Hey, how's everybody doing today? My name is Shane, and this is the Co-op Mailer Success Kit for the 9x12. We are the Small Business Rescue Squad. When I say we, I mean me and my wife. We're just a small local business. It's just us. So if you ever hear me say we, just tell me, hey, it's just you. Okay? No, but seriously, we needed to come up with a way to do direct mail a lot cheaper, and I think we found it. So we've been doing this for a short minute now, and I've got everything dialed in and in place, and I'm starting to like it. So if you don't know what it is, co-op mailing is basically you, a bunch of other businesses, hop on this large, I don't think you've ever seen one of these in your mailbox. If you have, I haven't. Most people I talk to haven't. Just a big, large postcard. And what it costs to do solo mailings compared to that, that's about 15 to 20% of what it costs you to do a solo mailing. I think you're going to be excited. I think you're going to enjoy this. This video is going to be embedded in the end of this PDF document, so you can watch it. It's also going to be up here in the co-op advertising tab of the website. This is just the main page, bossupmedia.com. If you don't have the PDF and you're just watching this video somewhere else, if it's just on YouTube or on the website, then there's a link right here. There's also links in the co-op tab. So without further ado, I want to go through the who, what, and whys. And site, it's full of them. Plus my contact information is everywhere. If you do not find an answer to your questions, please answer my own phone. I'm available. All right, 10,000 doors in 9 steps. The why, the how, solo versus the co-op as the turnkey, who it's for. Got a few sample layouts in here. The areas that we are currently covering as far as mail routes go. The ad checklist, so you make sure everything's right with your ad. That's what that's for. And then how to lock in your spot. So the why, the 9x12 mailer, it's 100% visible. There's nothing open. There's no emails to get lost in spam. There's no digital ads to scroll past. There's no pages to flip through. There's no envelopes you got to tear apart and sift through coupons. It's just in your face marketing. The responses I'm getting are, wow, that's huge. I've never seen something like this. How did you come up with this? It's just a cost-effective way to hit close to 10,000 doors with a tangible piece that kind of sits around. I call it sticky because it sits around for a while in people's fridges, inside of their drawers, on their countertops. It gets passed from friends and family back and forth. It comes out to become a beautiful card, which you'll see here in a second. It's mailed to roughly 10,000 doors. When we get into the EDDM part, I'll explain that more, but basically we don't go over 10,000 because we pay 15,000 as far as printing costs. So we need to stay right around the 9,900 and whatever mark to make everything make sense and to come in under budget. There's one business per category, so there's no competition. That means if you're a tire shop, there's not going to be another tire shop on here. If you're an Italian restaurant, there's not going to be another Italian restaurant on this card. Okay? It's massive. It's huge. We've talked about that. Done for you design. It's designed, printed, and delivered for 3 to 10 cents per door. Postage right now is 73 cents for a stamp, 23 cents for EDDM mailing. Plus, if you ever have to pay somebody for design, that's a kind of cost of usually anywhere from $100 to $500, but typically $100 to $250. To get 10,000 cards printed, you're going to spend anywhere from, the lowest I can find is $800, and it goes up to about $1,900. So you get repeat exposure with this card. We're not promising ROI. We're not promising a return. That's going to be up to your ad, what you're offering. And if somebody looks you up on Google, you have good reviews. You're not a horrible business that's hard to deal with. So those things are going to come down to you. But what I can promise you is exposure. I'm going to get your card to close to 10,000 doors. And each door has roughly 2 adults living there. Nation average is 2.2 people per home. So 2 adults, that's 20,000 people potentially going to see your card. And that's not counting if they hand it off to friends and family. Designed to generate customers through exposure. The more mailings you do, the more your brand gets out there as somebody that's in the community and they're locally respected, they're wanted, and they're sought after. How it works, you're going to reserve your spot. I create the ad, I do printing and mailing, and you get the calls. 10,000 pieces versus a 9x12 solo. You can see my services, I do everything, and you're going to pay anywhere from the 3 to 10 cents, just depending on the ad size you pick. Solo mailer, there's what it's going to cost you. At a minimum, to do a 10,000 piece solo mailer, you're looking to spend about $3,500. But with this, the small ad, you're going to spend $300. The typical medium-sized ad you're going to spend $600, and the full-size ad goes for $950. If you want anything bigger, these ad spots can be moved around and enlarged. I've had people ask for a full back side of a card, and so that's something we can discuss. That's not common, but that is up to you and your business needs, and you'll still spend less than you would with a solo mailer, obviously, a lot less. How turnkey is this? Again, it's a turnkey solution. I'm going to handle the design, the printing, the mailing. I'm not going to read through all this. Like I said, you can see that, but it's a big cost savings, and I guarantee you visibility. With you being pretty much 90% hands off, is all you have to do is tell me what you want on the ad, make a revision if necessary. I will do one revision after the first design. And then after that, I just let you know when it's going to get mailed out, and you get a copy when all is said and done, or a few copies if you want to show your friends and family. And then we talk about it when the next mailing is going out. And hopefully you were successful with this one. Again, if you're not, then repeat exposure is the name of the game. And keep your reviews good. I'm telling you, people, you got to keep those reviews up. People look at that nowadays. If you're local, exposure works. Who's this work for? Just read this bottom line. If your business depends on local customers, this mailer will get your brand in front of them. Home services, auto services, health and wellness, restaurants, professional services. This works for all of them. Anybody that has a local business, you want to get in front of 10,000 doors, approximately 20,000 people, then this is something that you might be interested in. Layout, this is what I put together for a sample card, show around Crowley. A couple other layouts. Each design is going to look a little different. I'm pretty much stepping away. If you notice on this one, these smaller ads, it's just too hard to fill that many spots. You're looking at 10, that's 20 total ads per card. So I cut those down. I really don't want to do those ad sizes anymore. Broke those down into, if you do want a smaller spot for the 300, that's going to be your size right here now. That's just 4 less spots I have to worry about filling every mailing. If there's somebody that wants another regular medium size ad, I just combine those two together. So you can see how that kind of works. So again, this is a couple mock-ups. You can see how they'll look. Different imaging. I try to make them stand out and pop. And it's something that somebody wants to share and pass around and enjoy with friends and family. Mail routes. This is what I wanted to get into. All right. I'm going to kind of read through this because this is important. People ask why or where this is getting mailed and why. Typical households in these areas have a medium income exceeding the average, all right, the area average. So a little bit above middle class. At the middle class or a little bit above middle class. Not the top earners either. So with a higher percent of homes being owner-occupied and also a high percent of husband and wife households, the combination creates a financially stable and community-invested audience, prime conditions for a high response rate to direct mail marketing. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about that statement. Okay, they have more disposable income. Higher income households are more likely to discretionary spending power, making them candidates for offers and promotions. They trust direct mail more. They're more likely to check their mail regularly. They respond well to personalized offers. They're less sensitive to small costs. High-income areas have better mail open rates. They appreciate local and exclusive offers. If you're using direct mail for lead generation or marketing, targeting higher income areas can yield better ROI, especially when combined with strong offers and high-quality printing. That being said, this is why I carefully selected certain mail routes. Now, within this document, these are clickable links, so you can research these further. I wanted Crowley. I was glad it landed in the spot because I live in Crowley. It landed within the demographics. What we're going to do here, see all these are clickable links. I'm going to pick one. It says 76016. This is an Arlington one. Let's click demographics here. What this does, it opens up the United States zip codes demographics page. It shows the demographics for the area, how many people, households, what they consist of, husband and wife, all that stuff. But what I'm looking for is a couple things. Real estate, in occupied housing. I'm not where there's a lot of student housing or anything like that. Okay. In occupied housing is at 99%. What I'm really looking for is this right here. Owner-occupied home values right in the median to upper. That's a good sign. Like I said, you're not in the bottom, you're not in the very top. You're in that medium to upper. Okay? And then right down here, this next slide, household income. See if you notice, we're sitting 60,000 to 150,000 are the top earners in that county. So I hope that makes sense. Those are the two things I'm really looking for. Okay, like I said, we're focusing on this area or these areas. You can also click here to get on the waiting list. If you don't see your area listed where you service, this just takes you to a Google form. It's self-explanatory. Once I get enough people or enough businesses that are interested in a certain county, I'll reach out to them and say, hey, I'm going to mail this zip code. Are you still interested? And if they are, we'll create a card for that area. Hope that makes sense. So that's the why behind the mailing. This is the ad checklist. These are clickable links. If you click anywhere in here or right here where it says to click, you're going to download the ad checklist. This is basically after we have spoken and you've expressed interest in wanting to be on a card and paid your money to be on that card. You're going to go through this checklist and make sure that your ad represents your business as you would like it to. So I'm not going to read through that. You can read through that. If you're going to submit a previous ad that you already have and you just want to throw your ad on there and I'm not doing any of the design work, then you can see right here, file types, a high resolution PNG or JPG. And here are the dimensions that are available. Okay? Pretty simple. And that's it. Last page is just where I'm going to put the final thoughts in the video. That's it for this. What I want to do, take you to, actually the video's not up in this yet. Did I link it? Yeah, right here. FAQ section. Okay. Let's see down here. How it works, costs, some general questions, features and benefits. Who designs the ad? How much does it cost? So I got a full cost breakdown here. Broke down exactly what it would cost you if you were to do it yourself. Around here if you have any more questions. All right, looks like we're through with that. Hop on one of these. Let's get going. I'll design your ad, and I think you'll be pleasantly impressed with how everything turns out. Let's get you some exposure. You want to be the go-to person in your community, the go-to business. Get you heard, get you followed, get you liked, and get you some customers. So that's the bottom line. All right, take care.